Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I cover my last week in gaming. So first of all, EVE Online. I must say I played a little bit less than average EVE Online last week. I did still focus on doing the recurring opportunities to get the SP to my second character for his PI. I also kept up with the blueprint copy market, so I made some copies, brought them to the market, tried to sell them, kept that up since I have a rotation there that's about every 3 days. So I did it twice last week, made me a little bit of money, seemed quite alright, but other than that I just did a little bit of mining and a little bit of exploration, but definitely not too much of it. I'm basically saving my strength for later, you could say, because the first new information has started to come out about stuff that's been deployed on CC for the release of June, and it looks like it's a bit more than I personally expected. So of course we'll have the Shadow of the Serpent, a new type of event where CCP is actually, I think, trying to take it up a notch, so having a more diversified set of challenges that you can do during the event. Probably stuff in different types of space, stuff that's more risky, stuff that's more grindy, but just to make that more visible, more available, and get the entire player base possibly involved in these events. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely going to try to do my best during that event. And then yeah, some changes on CC seem to be pretty good with the tactical camera showing orbits and stuff like that. A few graphical updates, and then just some stuff that's really gonna make living in a citadel a little bit easier, such as direct trading in citadels. So now you can not just give stuff to other people, but you can also actually sell them if you can agree on a trade and things like that. So overall, I think CCP is still very hard at work. Of course, what I'm mostly looking forward to myself are the next set of deployable constructions, so that we can actually have production, that we can actually have research up and running that is completely player controlled. That is something that I did notice. I want to touch on that as well. Activity in Dital has declined quite a bit all of a sudden. I do think that basically either people have moved on from Dital, where at the moment of course there's not much else to do but to mine and scope out the place, because all we have available are basically refineries and clone base at the moment in the Citadel. So it's normal that people do get bored of that. Another thing is of course that possibly a lot of people are also starting to take their summer breaks. We're gonna start to see that more and more, but hopefully of course most of you guys that have either visited Dital have just moved on to something else, maybe start to check out nullsec in Providence, did a little bit of lowsec in faction warfare that's really close by, or just move back to something you guys were doing like wormhole space, or just in a different region or something like that. But I do think that at the moment it's not too bad for Dital to actually decrease in activity and be out of the spotlight a little bit. So I can keep preparing there, keep trying to seed the market, create a nice little hub there. But once we can also make production and research available there, I do think that we can actually work a little bit more on trying to get Dital to become a good system for like newer players to experience the game for the first time, stay independent, but also have access to a lot of different facets of the game. So we'll see how everything works out. Of course, EVE Online is a sandbox, and so plans will need to change from time to time. That's just inevitable. It's part of the nature of the sandbox, and so it's possible that at some point I just decide to do something completely different. But for now, yeah, I'm just planning to keep going. Definitely plan to keep making money with the blueprint copies, and then just see when later in the summer or right after the summer the production and research facilities come out, to see how we're going to go forward in the Dital system. It's going to be pretty interesting, I think. But yeah, summertime in EVE Online does tend to decrease activity a little bit. Next to EVE, I also played a little bit of Overwatch, not too much, probably less than last week. Just a couple of days where I jumped in a few games. It's still a lot of fun. I know that I had a pretty nice Junkrat ultimate that became a play of the game by killing 4 people on the defensive point there, so that was pretty cool. It's also like the fastest match that I've ever been in. I think it was less than 2 minutes before we actually concluded it. But yeah, you can definitely like make the difference by playing the right character in the right situation. I've come across that a few times as well. I also discovered Symmetra. She's not considered a very good character now in general because she can't really heal and is in the support class. And her teleporter is something that is easily countered because everyone knows about it right away. But personally, I do like her mechanics. I love the little turrets that you can place a little bit everywhere. I love the short range weapon that just basically you don't need to aim because it locks on your target. It's perfect to counter something like a tracer that can be just very fast for others to have to deal with. And so yeah, the variety here is definitely what keeps me playing in Overwatch. It's a lot of fun in a very casual way, so I'll probably just try to keep that up in the upcoming weeks. Whenever I have a few nice games, you know, I can make another video. A couple of play of the games is always fun to have, and I'll keep you guys up to date. There's probably gonna be some videos coming about that in the upcoming weeks. But what I played most of, probably even more than definitely more than EVE Online, is Fallout 4. I'm building up my next character in order to do the final DLC, what's at the moment the final DLC, the Far Harbor, I think it's called. I do think I need to be a lot stronger than I'm now. I just became level 28, so I still have a pretty long way to go. But I'm going all out with the Minutemen. I'm actually helping out settlements, starting to put up small bunker outposts in them. I've got this small construction that seems to be working pretty well to provide them with everything that they need. And then I'm having a lot of fun just upgrading my supply lines, giving those guys miniguns, powerful armor. I like to give most of my settlers some automatic weapons. I think that looks pretty damn cool. And especially one of the settlements that's pretty centrally located. Not sure what it's called right now, but it's like a drive-in or something like that. You constantly have a nice pack of super mutants or some of those robots underneath the bridge that you can just attract with one shot, and then you can watch your settlement defend itself and kill them. That's definitely a lot of fun. I'm not going for like a uniformed look on my settlers this time. It's the Minutemen, it's not as organized, but I definitely do want to give them some pretty cool and powerful weapons, give them the option to defend themselves. And after that, I want to get the robot stuff going, so I definitely want to give Ada like maybe double Gatling guns, miniguns, or double laser Gatlings. I'm not sure which one I'll go for just yet, but that makes these robots very, very powerful, and then adding those to all of the settlements looks like something that's gonna be pretty damn cool. But yeah, Fallout 4, it's definitely something that requires a few hours on end, right? If you want to make a little bit of progress on your character, on your playthrough. So I've been sinking a decent amount of time in this one, just trying to get ready, trying to power up a little bit, get the settlements going so that I can get ready to take a look at the final DLC. But I still have quite a decent amount of work to do in that regard. So I feel like I'm still very underpowered, even for some of the late game content in like the base game in the Commonwealth itself. So if I encounter the wrong rocket or something like that, I do still get killed pretty instantly. So there's still a lot of work to do, but it's definitely a lot of fun coming back into Fallout 4. The game is still working quite splendidly, and I must say the additions with the DLC that added a lot of options, like the concrete constructions, added a lot more possibilities of gathering concrete, gathering oil, and all of the other resources just for caps, has greatly improved the amount of fun versatility that you can do in your settlement building. And so now I'm just doing like some base defenses around every settlement, and then going from one to another, gathering the supply line, so connecting everything so that I can just dump all of the junk in any settlement and have everything available everywhere. Then after that, I still feel like I've got a lot of options to go with maybe customizing all the different settlements to my liking, or going with a certain theme, maybe based around the robots or something like that. But that's definitely in the planning as well. Although I must say, I can already see that it's still going to be basically some work in Fallout 4 just to get ready for the DLC. Probably something like 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks of actually playing the game decently hardcore just to get there. On the other hand, of course, that means that the season pass that I bought when it was still pretty cheap is definitely paying off, because I'm putting in a lot of hours in Fallout 4. I'm enjoying every one of them. I'm enjoying the process of, again, becoming a bit overpowered, being able to one-shot people with my sniper, being able to sneak around very effectively, just taking everything one step at a time, building everything up. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game. If you haven't bought it yet, you probably might want to wait just a little bit until the Steam sales comes out. But I'm having an absolute blast again playing through Fallout 4. And this is just a build-up phase. I'm not discovering anything new. I'm just rebuilding a new character based on the Minutemen, so that after this I can go for the final DLC and cover that a little bit. Anyways, that's basically been my week. Some EVE Online, some Overwatch, and a good amount of Fallout 4. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.